J&J's medtech sales topped $30 billion last year, and Wolk is excited about where the business is heading.
We are developing digital robotic capabilities where it's not just the robot doing a surgical procedure. It's garnering information from that procedure for your specific demographic or the patient's demographic, and then informing the next procedure down the road. Right? It's getting smarter. I would say it's starting to morph into personalized medicine, which we know will lead to the best outcomes.
How is the timeline different when it comes to medtech in terms of inventing something and getting it to market?
Yeah, it's believe it or not, it's actually longer.
Longer?
Yeah, if you're going to have a profound impact in the healthcare space, platforms that are prevalent today, these took close to 15 years to actually have a presence and a gravitas, I'll say, in terms of its usage out in the marketplace. So it does take longer. There's a lot of incremental innovation that happens along the way in the space of medtech, but those big home run hitters usually take better than a decade.
Innovative medicine and medtech are run as separate business divisions, but in the culture of research at J&J, they interact.
If you look at some of the spaces that we're in today, specifically oncology, there is a lot of dialogue going back and forth. Eye health. We've got a vision care business, contact lenses, surgical lenses, but also back of the eye, retinal disease from a therapeutics perspective. So there's a lot of knowledge sharing. I think it's something that will position us extremely well as we talk about not only a continuum of care, but also a continuum of knowledge.
How much are you visiting labs like this one and talking to folks doing the research and the science behind what you're making?
It's important for me to have an understanding, but as I said during COVID, when I was asked about the vaccine development, they don't want the CFO answering the scientific questions, right? The scientists, as well as the commercial folks, are very good at identifying, hey, this is plan A, everything goes really well. We know not everything always goes really well, right? Everybody has a plan, as Mike Tyson said, until they get punched in the face.
Yes.
There's a lot of punches, right, that we have to endure, but we persevere, we go through. And again, making sure that a majority of our decisions are really good ones, advanced science. Even the ones that we fail on, though, there's still a learning that's involved.
The convergence of technology and medicine is driving innovation in both sectors, with scientific and commercial possibilities just beginning to come into focus.
I think if you look at it 10 years from now, probably the competitive set that we have will look very different. There are technology companies that want to get into the space of healthcare. I'd like to actually see some partnerships down the road happen between healthcare companies and technology companies. I think we'd get to better outcomes faster if we did that. Right now, technology companies don't have the healthcare knowledge. Healthcare companies probably don't have the breadth of knowledge they need for technology. If we can figure that out together with great minds from both sides, I think that leads to a much better place. A lower cost to society, people living healthier, longer lives.